So this is technically the second podcast we've done now. I figured we should probably introduce ourselves. What did we name the podcast again? I totally forgot.
We ain't figured it out yet.
We ain't figured it out yet.
Wait, is that the actual name?
That is the actual name.
Our actual name.
Okay, so
because we ain't figured it out
for
yet.
those of us here, because hopefully we all have recognizable enough voices that you'll be able to tell who we are. I am Nick Harris, gamertag Sgt Harris ODST.
This is Austin, gamertag Jack from the Dead, or really just everything is Jack from the Dead.
And this is Kim Harris, gamertag NicoChan3000.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Nick.
No, we're not doing Nico Nico Knee. You can Nico Nico Knee the fuck on out
Well,
of here.
you need to shut the fuck up.
Okay, so we had a couple topics we were going to do here, but our fourth man, and this one is a man because I know two of these voices sound feminine. Our
What, yours?
fuck off. Our fourth man, Eric, just left, and we were gonna talk about how to properly create a gamer tag
Because his is probably the best.
yes, Pimp of Hyrule.
Or just of Hyrule. Just
Yeah,
to fuck with him.
yeah, we're gonna call him of Hyrule
Yeah.
because Pimp, person in a management position. I don't think he's in management, but anyways.
I mean, he's in charge of that store, according to him.
so
You just call him Zelda, just mess with him.
And that's a lawsuit from Nintendo.
oh shit.
There's the Nintendo lawsuit.
Nintendo lawsuit. We're gonna add that one to the list. We were up at 14 at last count.
Yeah, but that's just two lawsuits from Nintendo, so I mean, we can 14 and a half.
Yeah, 14.5.
14.
Sounds like a bad Magic
This
the
is
Gathering
D&D.
thing. Or
D&D 3.75?
No, it's not
Pathfinder?
Pathfinder. We don't talk about that.
Oh, we better not piss off Paisley.
Oh, there we go. There we lose all the fans right there.
Wizards
Lawsuit.
of the Coast. Oh,
Okay, so
that's Magic the
15.5.
Gathering. No, that's Wizards of the Coast. That's Magic
done?
the Gathering. What? Yeah.
Yeah, we're done. So this one's just kind of a roundtable of random things, I guess. We're just gonna
Again.
kind of fucking talk. Yeah, because it's what it was last time too.
Yeah, and it's not always going to be like this. We're going to have topics. It's never going to be scripted, but we'll just go on about whatever we go on about.
Yeah, it kind of time things out, so we're not just sitting here like for the last one doing 45 minutes of random rambling. I was trying to get a third R in there, and I can't.
It's okay. Nick can't English most of the time.
No, he can't.
Shawarma? Schwarpy? Schweep?
No. Okay, so there's a story behind that. So one time we were playing Magic the Gathering, we were playing Commander game, and I have a
Sky Sweeper.
shut the fuck up. Yeah, the elf, the sky sweeper. I almost mispronounced it there too. Sky sweeper, where you pay a couple mana, you tap it, and you destroy target creature with flying. I played it, and I was having another one of my off days, which are so shut up, so frequent. Stop hitting him.
The assault is real right now.
No one can see that.
Don't get salty.
You've been assaulted. Anyways,
I am
so
now a pretzel.
I mispronounced it Sky Sweeper, and now for a couple weeks now, everyone is hanging on to this and just adding it to the list of things I can't say, like when I tried to do an acronym for our this
Yeah,
podcast.
what is that
I forget
acronym
the
real
I.
quick?
Wait, what? Oh, shit. That's not fair. You can't cover up the name like that. Fuck. Well, now I don't remember. Now
We
we're
ain't
both on the
figured
wrong.
it out yet.
Yeah, WAFIOY. And I said it the first time WAFOY. And so I wasn't paying
You
attention.
missed a letter.
Yeah, I missed the letter.
Wafoy.
This almost, yeah,
Woof.
it still sounds like Wefioy.
Wherefore art thou?
Wait,
Oh, I
no,
can't
we're not
say that
doing Wherefore Art Thou. We already covered that in the last podcast. No Shakespeare in the park today.
Does
least
mother know you wear her drapes?
Does his mother know you have a flashlight in your chest?
Ooh,
Oh,
spicy.
yeah.
It's almost as bad as your Guy Fieri,
So,
guy with his perfectly frosted tips.
oh, perfectly frosted tips. I just want to know.
How does he get such perfectly
He's got
frosted
he has a
tips?
very good hairstylist.
Ooh.
Very good
His son has
hairstylist or a
the same
publicist or
hairstyle,
something.
like,
Or wait,
it's
no,
great.
that wouldn't be a publicist. I'm a moron.
Yeah, publicist
Yes.
is the person who, makes sure everyone knows who you are.
Yeah, I fucked
He
that
does a
one
good
up.
job.
Yeah, well, here we go. Yeah.
Did you know that right car of his, he doesn't actually drive it between states?
No,
His
he
production manager drives it.
And isn't the car like connected on a?
Yeah,
No,
it's
Well, when he's driving around doing the shooting, it's connected on something,
Yeah,
so he
it's
can
on
look
track.
at the camera and not
Yeah,
pay
it's a metal
attention.
bar.
But when they're going between states and stuff like that, he's on his bus, and his production manager's driving the nice car.
Oh,
The best
no
part is
way I'd be driving that.
they've had it stolen like 3 or 4 times, and
He
one
always
time.
leaves it laying around.
One time, it wasn't even actually stolen. Like, the guy took it around the block and was like, I just won it one time in Guy Fieri's car.
Dude, that's super arrested right there. That's not even... Wow.
I don't care how big of a fan you are. Dude, you stole my car, technically.
Okay, so I actually just thought of something.
Marvel?
Yeah, not Marvel. And it was something I actually have gotten in an argument with a couple of people about. And
Why is that streetlight
for different reasons. What? Because the bulb is burned out. For those of you that don't know, we're sitting outside recording.
Yeah, so that little, like, humming sound in the background is a little heat lamp keeping us cool and in the
Cool.
light.
The heat
Warm
lamp.
and in the light.
Yeah, see, someone else can
It's
have the English.
obviously, for anybody who's ever played Don't Starve, it's inverse fire, so...
Inverse fire. That sounds like water.
That sounds like something a necromancer would play with.
Well, no, that's cold fire, and that's a completely different subject.
Yeah, but
Running
necromancing
along.
and necromancing are two very
What
different
about
things.
necromongering? So
That's
can I keep
Riddick.
what I kill?
Okay, this is not Riddick. Otherwise, we'd have to
Because
deal
if
with
you-
some
if you had
strange
those- I am
the
things.
law. Wait, that's
If
the
you,
wrong
had those,
movie.
if you had those Fury Nulocks, you would not get them back. I would take them and you not get them back.
Can you say that again?
No, I'm not going to say it again because I know you're about to make fun of me. His blades.
No, because I thought you said umlauts, and I'm like,
No,
the little things that
ulats.
go over and out.
She said it
Umlauts.
right.
Okay,
She
she
said
did
it
say it
right,
right.
yeah.
I said it right.
I'm
'cause I was like,
apparently, you and I are apparently the only ones here that can fuck that up real bad.
I'm not even going to attempt to
no.
say it.
The original thing I was going to say, though, was I don't know how much... I know Kim, she watches Doctor Who a lot. And they
Doctor Who.
They announced the new Doctor,
Female doctor.
which is really cool.
I'm super
About
down with this, and
flippin'
you
time.
know, everybody who's been a long time fan of Doctor Who knew where they were going as soon as they made the Master, aka Missy, a woman.
Well, that was fantastic casting on their part. My worry, though, because I'm totally cool with the Doctor being a female, but I'm worried about who they picked because, and I forget the actress's name, but she was in Broadchurch, and her character in Broadchurch was kind of stuffy, and I'm not sure if it was just the writing for her character, or if that was her acting style. So I'm really concerned.
cautious.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go into it with an open mind. Open
Wind up.
open mind.
Baseball season started.
No, I-
Nick
Who's on
with the
first?
wind up.
You thought he
What's
said
on
open
second?
wind up. I swear to God, he said open wine. I'm like, what? You're drinking?
I
would
already
love
said
it.
in the first line,
Drunk
I ain't had
podcast.
enough alcohol for this podcast. It's 11 o'clock at night. Just for reference for people, it's probably pitch black outside.
Yeah, and this is the second one we're recording in a
Another
row.
Riddick reference?
Pitch black.
Pitch black. Apparently,
Where's the
this
things
is
that come out of
Riddick.
the sky to fucking kill
No,
me?
can we not talk about that though? Because
Like not talking about mirrors?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, as a child, and although it's not as bad, as a child, I was terrified of those. I loved the Riddick movies, but I was terrified
They
of
are,
the
even
freaking.
when I saw Pitch
wait,
Black
wait,
as a
wait.
teenager, it was terrifying.
So, wait. Pitch Black's the first one with the
That's where they're
Flying
stranded on the
monsters.
planet
Yeah.
with, yeah, that's
with
the first
creatures that are basically the same thing as Riddick, at
Yeah.
least sight-wise.
one. Well, that's kind of where they
Well,
are
no,
not.
'cause they're not same thing sideways because they're like bats. They echolocate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why they have the dead zone, the blind spot right in front of them, about 5 feet away. Where if you stand perfectly in the middle, they can't see you. But with the thing with Doctor Who, I'm going to go into it with an open mind, not wind. I'm going to go into it with an open mind because
Open
I
mind.
really want to see what they do with it. Now,
I'm
the
kind of
last.
disappointed that they didn't get River Song played the new Doctor.
Well, and that's what a lot of us, myself included,
But
were
then we
hoping
would be
for.
breaking the timelines because
the
River
Doctor's a
Song-
time traveler. Breaking the timelines happens
But
constantly.
River Song is not Doctor Who. She is the
In-
offspring of.
Well, in that respect, I think it'd be
Amy
really,
and Rory.
Yeah.
it'd be really rocking to see. No, not Amy and Rory.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah,
that's-
Amy and
that's
Rory.
River's
Yeah,
parents.
wow.
Yeah, because remember
Revoke my
her
nerd
name was
card now,
Melody
please.
Pond, but they couldn't.
1/4 Time Lord.
If you,
There's some argument.
she should have had her own spin-off. Personally, in my mind.
Oh,
But,
Like how they did with Agent Carter.
yes,
Freaking Firefly was
or Jack Harkness.
Jack Harkness. Yeah, Captain Jack Harkness.
Yep, can't forget that.
Him
He
and Captain
is
Jack
a
Sparrow,
captain.
They're perfect for each other.
But
Made for each other, you might say. Born in the darkness.
wow.
Anyway, running along.
Like,
Pitch
I was actually hoping, and I know a lot of people are going to give me shit for this, Rose or Donna. Dr. Donna, they were so close to setting that up before
Donna
they cast
would have been
Peter
so
Capaldi.
cool. I actually don't like Donna as a character, as a companion, but as the Doctor, I think I'd like her. And I kind of go through this thing, and I think a lot of Doctor Who fans do. When we get a new Doctor, it's stages of, I don't know if I'm going to like this. I don't like this. Oh, wait, this might be okay. And oh my God, I love Doctor Who.
Well, and that's how I was with Matt Smith. I mean, I still am not too sure about him. I really liked a lot of episodes he did, like with The Angels Taking New York.
Oh, Jesus.
That was really good.
That made me cry. Like,
That was fantastic acting, though. Or the episode where he got the book, and they're telling don't read the story ahead, because once you read it, it has to happen. That was also phenomenal acting on his part, and I feel like the longer it went in, the better he got. Now, you look at Peter Capaldi, and I haven't watched a lot of Peter because even though he's got that traditional British humor, which I love.
He's too British for me.
It's not even the too British for me. It's that he's too.
oh wait, he's Scottish.
Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? He's too gruff, stuffy.
Yeah,
he's kind of
He's like at times he's the epitome of the British high lip.
Yes, stiff upper lip, and. That's fantastic. That would be
Tom
awesome.
Hiddleston, Loki.
But he's not British. Sean Connery is the Doctor.
Isn't it?
Is he?
Yeah, he's British.
Tom Hiddleston, he's either British or Scottish.
He's
that's the same.
British.
I mean, they're technically.
No, they don't count the British.
Fight a war.
They fought a couple wars.
Isn't that Northern Ireland that has the best accent? They don't count the British.
We're not mentioning Jacksepticeye.
We just mentioned
more into the Atlantic. Oh, there's another one.
If we, no, I don't think he'd sue us. I think he'd take pity on us and be like, "Let's say you poor bastards."
He'd send us a video of.
He's gonna laugh at you for that.
Darkiplier or like.
Darkiplier.
Antisepticeye and like threaten.
Oh, shut up, Batman.
Where are the other drugs going?
Okay, we cannot
bring up
college humor skits at this. Like that's
actually no. I wasn't doing a college humor skit. That was just because their shitty Batman voice is the same as my shitty Batman.
But shitty Batman voice is everyone's shitty Batman voice. Like
everyone has a shitty Batman voice.
I am the dog.
I thought you were going to say I am the law, and I'm like, that's wrong.
You are the walrus?
Wrong.
I am the walrus, though.
I probably shouldn't.
I even have tusks.
I probably shouldn't make Donald jokes. He might actually
because
me from the United States.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you're Mexican.
I was actually saying.
Anyways,
it's funny because my Dutch ancestry has been here for less time than my Mexican ancestry. But
yeah, actually, technically speaking, if they were going to deport you, that'd be where you'd go using the
Holland's not that bad,
Patriot Act.
No, actually, it's pretty cool.
Holland's better than here right now.
My family.
I'm sorry,
but we're gonna avoid politics as much as possible because we're trying
talking politics. We were talking ancestry.
Well, I know, but I mean, we did mention Trump.
No, it's just a general aversion
because we don't want to be like a polarizing thing, except for like nerd topics. We could be polarizing as hell.
Oh yeah, anybody who wants to argue Marvel or DC, everyone who says DC can suck it.
Yeah, fight me on this.
Nah.
And I will win the fight.
Kim doesn't care.
Kim doesn't care. Comic books are great.
I like reading.
Although,
as long
Dark
as there's
Horse
pictures and then she reads.
Hey! I read Harry Potter. That doesn't have pictures.
So,
on the cover it does.
Thanks for bringing up.
Are we off Doctor Who now?
No. Actually, I'm back to Doctor Who.
Oh, we're tying this in. Okay.
The comment about Harry Potter.
How's that tying to Doctor Who?
Somehow, fan fictions. You read them.
Hated David Tennant as the Doctor.
Are you shitting me?
Wait. At first, because he is Barty Crouch Jr. And I could only see him as Barty Crouch Jr.
There was a couple of memes online that when David Tennant did his little psycho skit on Doctor Who, it's like, hey, David, your Barty Crouch Jr. showing.
I saw one with the Snickers and Barty Crouch, and then he turns back into Doctor Who.
Yeah, David Tennant's Doctor.
Now, I didn't see him play Barty Crouch because I only watched the first 2 movies of Harry Potter.
Didn't you see the third one?
I didn't see the third or the fourth one until a few years after they came out.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see the fourth one on.
I already knew him as the Doctor.
Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
So.
Well, a lot of us were, because I think most of us started with the 9th Doctor.
Well,
I came in at Tennant.
Edelstein.
Christopher Eccleston.
Edelstein.
Edelstein.
There's no T in there.
Or, no, not Edelstein. Eccleston. It's C's, not D's.
Well, however you say his name.
Anyway, we all goofed on that one.
Yeah, we fucked
We're
up.
sorry.
I actually never got to form an opinion about the man. It was
He was only there for
short
one
of
season.
And I don't know what happened. I'm not going to speak on what
Well,
happened.
there's a couple stories online, and it came out that he had some disagreements with Moffat, and it wasn't just
Moffat
Moffat.
wanted to kill him off.
No, well, that too. I mean, they all regenerate eventually, but
I mean, you're supposed to get what,
there
4
was
years
some
or
arguments
2 years.
over salary, and I'm not sure if he wasn't willing to take a pay cut.
Well, and Doctor Who's
or-
big business, so
Well,
Yeah.
but this is
At the end
also
of the day.
right when it had started again. This is
Oh, when
after
we
a
got the
10-year
future, yeah.
hiatus.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
Did
so
we ever cover what happens in the 10-year hiatus?
they did in the Day of the Doctor episode.
Oh, yeah, with the crossover, yeah.
Yes,
I didn't see
and
that one.
then they did the War Doctor.
I know we have it on DVD, but I have not watched it
Yeah,
yet.
you
So
need to
I have
watch
no
it.
idea what we're talking about now.
So no spoilers, but there.
No spoilers, but we're going to talk about it.
Well,
We're going to talk about it without naming as many
yeah,
spoilers.
and without like ruining any
Where's
plot
River Song?
lines.
Spoilers.
In the end of this newest Doctor Who season, at this time, whatever date it might be, I think it's the 29th
Yes.
of
Something like that.
August 2017. There you go. Dating us if this is like 2023 when you finally see us on YouTube.
Because
if
we were
YouTube is
that
still there.
unpopular in our day.
I doubt it.
But
anyway.
there are 2 masters / missies simultaneously, and I actually got into an argument with one of my siblings that that's not possible.
Highlander, there can only be one.
There can be only one. But
And it's me.
I kept referencing back to
you're
the
the
Day of the
walrus.
Doctor and the 3 doctors in the same place at the same time.
Well, the Doctor can't affect his own timeline,
But he can
that
enter
doesn't.
his own timeline.
He just can't interact with it in a way
Well,
that changes it,
and
which means
certain
that
points-
Day of the Doctor was predetermined.
Yeah, certain points in time are all points in time are predetermined. Even if you think you're changing it, it's still there. And like the Doctor says, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Because if you look at
Stuff.
the line, it's all at the same time.
Yep. Now,
We just perceive it as a line from start to finish.
It's my foot.
Sorry. It's a small table. I got big.
now that
feet.
we've panned that one out,
Oh yeah, because that's never going to be a discussion in future.
well, no, it'll
episodes.
probably
It'll
be
probably
a
turn back
discussion.
into a discussion.
Oh, we already had a 4D argument before we started recording that.
Oh God, yeah. Well, it wasn't so much an argument as a conversation.
Oh
about,
no, I just stopped
about
talking,
metaphysics and string theory because it ties
because
into
You
string
always
theory.
confuse me with that. Can we
So.
not?
Well, there's different versions of like 4 dimensions. You can talk about like dimensions as in like,
Physical, observable.
or you could talk about the like physics dimensions, like a point, a line, a figure, and then time.
Because space-time is the 4th dimension.
Yeah, but it's a combination because you cannot have one without the other.
Whereas we as humans can only perceive 3 of the dimensions because we can't physically see time. We
and
know it's
because
there, and we can't
don't
interact
exist
with it.
long enough for time to be.
We exist within it, but we can't interact with it other than
Yet.
to exist
Yet.
within. Yes, this is true.
the
Hopefully
human
it's not some
consciousness-
H.G. Wells level shit in here.
The human
eventually.
consciousness may be able to interact
Transcend.
with time and space just because we have so many cultural, like ancient cultural crossovers that there's no way they could have talked to each other and they still knew it.
Yeah, like with the pyramids and stuff. I think we'll actually have to do a whole discussion on that because
well,
there's-
these are that's kind of what the roundtables are about, is finding future discussion points.
yeah.
Didn't they have like bottom of the ocean somewhere? There's another set of 3 pyramids that are like in the same like kind of
Arrangement as Giza.
arrangement and setup as Giza with
I
the
think-
Sphinx and the alleyway of
That's
the dead and all
in-
that crap.
Yeah, in
But it's under the ocean. People thought it
well,
was Atlantis to start
In
with.
the not,
originally It was a program on History Channel.
I think it got taken down like forcibly though.
Well, I don't know if it did, but
no, because it's still there. Because I saw it like last week.
What they talked about was that with the sea levels rising and falling, and earthquakes, because I can't remember if that was South America. I think it was.
Well, for example,
South America, and it was a section of land that like the cliffs had fallen.
Well, like just thinking about water. Not to interrupt you too much. Like think about the Grand Canyon that was completely carved out by a river.
Please interrupt me. I've been interrupting you all day.
Moo.
Honestly.
I'm not a cow. I just enjoy my beef.
Hey, look, obvious distraction dragon.
Fuck you. Someone stole my food once with that.
Tori.
Yeah, friend Tori.
Friend Tori may or may not ever be on this podcast.
It depends. Well, if we talk about Ark.
If we do bring
Ark Survival Evolved?
Yes.
The man is God.
He is the...
Sorry, Kim.
If we do bring Tori into this one, we have to be ready for, beware the puns, the bad puns
constant
are coming.
dickery.
And we'll probably have to, AO rate this video if Tori's ever in it.
Depends on what I say, because most of his worst stuff comes off things I say.
But,
yeah, that...
Kim, just, feel free to interrupt us. What
do you think I've been doing?
That's kind of, well, that's what I mean. Don't hush yourself. Talk over us.
But she's a woman. She should know her place. And there's the man.
There's the bomb.
Oh, God, she threw a wallet at me.
Dude, I have my, insurance card in there.
Oh, there goes your green card.
Speaking of green cards.
And he pulls out the wallet.
If he pulls out a green mana, I'm laughing.
Speaking of green cards.
Wait, is that an actual green card?
What they're saying is actually a fishing license, but it's the perfect green. It's from Nebraska, so obviously.
That's hilarious. So
they're
you
marking
have
me
a
because
green card, ironically.
Annual vehicle permit.
Everybody who makes jokes about it, I'm like, here's my green card. Look, it was issued in Nebraska.
Well, there was, it was Santiago down at the shop, one of the guys that Kim and I work with at our workplace. We won't name on purpose. He carries a green mana in his pocket because the joke is always, when he goes back to Mexico for a couple days, that he's been deported because another one of our friends likes to start rumors. So every time we're like, so were you deported? He's like, no, I got my green card now. And he pulls out this green mana. It's like, dude, you're just
He
wrong.
pulled that on me the first time the other day because I did not know he carried this around.
It's hilarious.
So he pulled that on me the first time the other day. I was in the middle of working and I said something about it. And he pulled out the green card and stuck it right in my face. I'm like, wait, what?
I actually, ironically, my new roommate for this semester, and just a little information, not giving too much away. I'm a sophomore.
Not dropping names.
Not dropping names to too far of a degree. His first name is Santiago, ironically. So
that's funny.
Every time they say Santi, I think of the wrong person.
And okay, what?
So how do you guys feel about new wave Marvel comics?
Actually, we have a bunch that we haven't picked up from the comic shop because,
From Corey's?
Yeah.
It's not a comic book store.
It's actually a hobby shop. Hopefully someday we could have him on here, but that's neither here nor there.
And that's
but it is there.
On you too.
That's not a dig on Corey's. I really enjoy Corey's shop. It's just not one thing. It's a hobby shop.
It started out as just a comic and board game.
Yeah.
And then he branched into Magic, and then he branched into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. He got all this stuff going on. And then he bought the storefront next to him and converted it into a big game room. So now he is a full-fledged hobby store.
Ironically, I'm pretty sure I told you this story. My grandparents used to own the building he's in. It used to be a restaurant. Yeah. And the bar next to it. It used to be a bar and restaurant combo where
That's why that built-in bar was still there.
That's right.
Yep. The Sweetery used to be the kitchen and dining. Well, not kitchen and dining.
I know
the kitchen area. The bar was always the bar, and Corey's and the storefront that he now owns next to it was dining.
That's why they have the door in the wall that's sealed up by the plaster.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. Because if you go into now we're not going to name the business for legal reasons because some of us there's issues there.
Anyway.
But when it was still the coffee shop next door, they had the door uncovered as kind of a cool accent piece. Then they opened it up one day. I saw it, and there's the plaster wall right in the Corey's shop.
Yep. Yeah, no.
It was a nice door, though.
My grandparents,
Big heavy oak door.
It was a long time ago,
Probably
Yeah,
talking
it was
the
before
40s
my
or
time.
50s.
Yeah, it was before my time.
Well, if it was
Yeah,
your
my
grandparents. Well, if it's his grandparents, it's got to be the 40s or
Well,
50s.
no, he said long before his time. I'm like, yeah, you ain't that old.
I'm sitting at 20 in November, so.
Wow,
Kim's
okay.
the oldest one at the table.
Shut up.
It's funny because Nick is taller,
Yeah.
and they get confused for.
Yeah, one day I'll tell the story. One day.
Eventually.
I'm
Not
gonna
today.
eke it out of him on a podcast. Don't worry. It's not
Wait, which
embarrassing.
story?
I
There's
don't
several
understand why
stories.
they're so upset about
Well,
it.
because
They've been
it is embarrassing.
misconfused for not being significant others, but rather Nick is an older man and Kim is a younger female.
Or she's my daughter, any number of other things, which we briefly mentioned in
I
the
found
other
it amusing as all
podcast.
get out. He gets embarrassed.
Well, because the police were involved,
There was
okay?
police. I didn't hear that story.
No, we did. Fine. You know what? I'll
No,
just
you
tell
don't
it.
have to tell it.
Okay,
if
fine.
you're uncomfortable with it.
Anyways,
So what topic
with
were we
the
on?
Marvel Comics,
The new wave Marvel Comics.
Okay.
All
when-
new, all different, everything.
Well, because part of the reason they had to reset it, because as you know, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going into the Infinity War timeline. Now, here's where things diverge from the comics.
Can't play nice with anybody.
Well,
Well, Disney and Fox are at war at the moment. So.
well, before Disney purchased Marvel, the plan was to follow the comics almost to the letter, which meant that in the Infinity War, the X-Men get involved, the other mutants, the Defenders get involved, and it turns into a whole big conflict where a bunch of people end up dead before Thanos shows up. Now, they were gearing up the Marvel Cinematic Universe for it. Then, Disney purchased Marvel in the middle of Phase 2, which was all the movies gearing up towards it. Now, if you've watched
If I
X-Men...
remember correctly, that'd be just about time of Winter Soldier, right?
I think
No, Winter
Civil
Soldier was the
War-
first one they put out with Disney actually
yeah,
publicly
yeah.
owning it. Sorry,
Well,
I'm
no,
blowing
this
my
didn't-
smoke in your face.
No, I had a bug.
Oh,
Yeah, one of the downsides
What?
of the heat lamp being right here is we're kind of being swarmed at all times.
yeah.
Well, if I remember correctly,
better than
from
freezing to death.
Winter Soldier, there was a couple of, like, not exactly shout-outs, but would be considered Easter eggs to
Yeah,
a couple
well,
different other movies.
And that's after Disney purchased them. But Disney purchased
But
them
they
in the
kept
middle
them
of
in there.
Phase 2. X-Men at the time had just done First Class.
Days of Future Past was being
they-
planned, which is the tie-in to Infinity.
It was the tie-in to Infinity War.
That's kind of what
and-
started it off.
Part of what Marvel did is they parsed out the movies.
Well, because
to-
there's no longer the all-powerful mutant keeping Thanos at some length, because Apocalypse is one of the few things that can challenge him in power.
I thought it was Phoenix.
No, it's Apocalypse.
Well, the Phoenix Force was supposed to happen. It was planned to be part of Stage 2. It's supposed to happen, the Avengers X-Men War, before
which they had to
Infinity
get rid of. Now,
Incoming subspace signal.
that's my cell phone for
Star
anyone.
Trek.
Yeah,
Real
Star Trek.
professional, huh?
Oh yeah, I
Super
guess
professional in this podcast.
this sound booth is amazing, guys.
yeah, this outdoorsy sound
I
booth.
actually really enjoy the outside recording. Obviously, there are always going to have to be night recordings if we do them outside.
Except during winter, I'm not coming and freezing my ass
Well,
off.
that's okay. We can use.
It's okay. I'll toss you in the snow and whitewash you.
Now,
Whitewash him.
in stage
Anyway.
Phase 2, they were gearing up for this, and they had just done the Spider-Man remake because, as we all know, Toby got tired of doing it.
Superior
The second Spider-Man
or
remake.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, because
So,
it's Spider-Man, then Amazing Spider-Man, and
Spider-Man
This-
Homecoming,
Homecoming is
which
the
is
newest.
trash.
no, because there's been 3 different
Whoa.
Spider-Mans. There's been
Yeah, Toby,
Miller,
the second
Toby,
guy, and
the
this
guy
new
who's the
kid.
second one, and the new kid
Garfield.
who just came in
Yeah,
on
Garfield. Thank you.
Is that his name, Garfield?
Yes,
The
this is
second
last.
one.
last
I
name.
actually, everybody's gonna hate me for this. I really enjoy the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Now, which one's that
mainly,
second, Jennifer?
it's
Trash.
Garfield. Mainly because they show Gwen dying. Gwen Stacy. Huge spoilers. It's like 100 years ago for everybody who's never read.
If you haven't
comic
watched
books.
it by now, you've been living under a rock.
Yeah.
I
But
guess I've been under a rock.
And in
So
the-
I don't
Or
watch
you've been in the desert of a rock, and
Shut
that's
up.
another conversation.
But in the comics, Gwen Stacy dies due to Peter Parker, due to Goblin. So yeah, there you go. That's
If
why
I
I
remember
really
correctly,
like
the physics student misjudged the physics of trying to catch her while she dropped, and he broke her neck.
Snap. There's an argument over it
That's
with
what happened in
Spider-Man
the comics.
fans. Yes.
Anyways, that was all tying in. It was all tying nicely together. They had all the movies set up for it. Disney comes in and purchases Marvel on the sly, because we found out later this purchase had actually gone through as they were releasing Days of Future Past. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, Paramount, Fox, all the other companies, New Line Cinema, which has nothing to do with Marvel, but I'm just using it as an example.
Blade.
True, Blade.
Which still owns the rights to Blade, unfortunately.
They hate Disney. In an internal memo at Marvel leaked out to Fox over the fact that Disney had acquired Marvel.
Oh, so they were going to be quiet about it and still work with
They were
everybody else?
they were going to wait until it was too late, and they were already doing the crossover. So Fox heard about it, and Disney had to go public with it. For anyone that's not sure about that, that's easily lookupable.
Lookupable.
That's
check.
easily checkable information.
Fact checkable?
Yes.
Fat check.
Fake news.
Shut up.
We are the fake news.
I am fake news.
Fake news man.
Fake news anchor.
I'm
Anyway,
here to save you from the tyranny of America.
Let's
I
not.
am America, Captain, sir.
Fuck yeah.
Place? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Captain Deadpool.
Captain, there's a
Captain
terrifying prospect.
I will never, no one probably will ever get to see Deadpool crossover into the Avengers.
Well, he was supposed to. Again, that tied in with the whole...
That's why he crossed over with the X-Men in his first movie.
Well, because that ties
Colossus.
into the whole thing.
I hate
Now,
Colossus
in the
that
Marvel
movie.
comics,
Give him a real person.
they had already finished the Infinity War. Marvel Comics had already done it. That's why they had to reset, which goes to our original topic of the reset for the comics. Bunch of people die. They end up all
Deadpool
brought back. I
survives.
think it was some Phoenix. Well, because Deadpool plays both sides.
Well, I think it's what, the House of M event gets redone?
I think so.
Or something.
Something like
It's
that.
the 196. So the House of M event is somehow leading up to the death of Quicksilver, also known as Pietro,
Pietro, Peter,
He's
basically in English.
Yeah, Maximoff. He's the son
Wanda,
of
Scarlet Witch's brother
yeah, he's the son of Magneto, brother to
in the comic verse.
Yes.
Scarlet. Yes,
In comic verse, because
They're both children of Magneto in the comic verse because Disney has decided to make them experiments.
we'll get back
instead
to
of
the
mutants.
Disney thing in a second.
Yeah.
Let him.
but
Sorry.
The House of M event is pretty much Quicksilver dies due to the Civil War events, kind of.
It's the direct lead up to the Civil War.
Well, past the Civil War, rather. Like,
Oh yeah, because
It's
that was
because
post Civil
of-
War, pre-Infinity War.
yeah. But he dies, she's upset, and with her infinite cosmic power, at the end of the story arc, utters, "No more mutants."
I didn't believe she was Genie. Phenomenal cosmic power.
Space.
There we go.
But she utters
Robin
no
Williams
more
for the
mutants, and rather than her infinite cosmic powers, because the cosmos have a will of their own, completely
The whole
removing.
no more mutants thing backfired bad.
So
turned into a
196 mutants, yes. All but 196 mutants are left either depowered, dead, or crippled in some fashion. The X-Men are obviously part of the 196, and
Is that what
most
that
of
new
them...
shows? This
Legion.
No, not Legion. Legion's something else entirely.
No,
Don't talk
that's
about
It's
Legion.
the son of X,
No,
Professor X.
the this new show they're coming out with. It's can't for the life of me remember what it's called, but they mentioned something about it's like most of the main characters are mutants being hunted down. And in the commercial, someone said something about the X-Men. It's like, we don't even know if the X-Men exist anymore. We're on our own.
Yes, that ties into it, and they're basically doing a watered down version because
I think
of the
it
Disney
actually
issue.
might be called the 196.
No, it starts with either an I or an M.
Well, they all end up, or at least the X-Men all end up alive,
Yeah.
and a bunch that were killed in the Civil War are brought back. So then you fast forward to the Infinity War,
Isn't
and
that
everyone's
why,
alive.
Captain America's
No, the aging has
Age.
nothing to do with it.
okay.
The aging has to do with the cryogenically frozen bit. So they end up fighting Thanos. They win,
Well,
obviously.
A little bit before we... Tying into the fighting Thanos and the new wave of comics. So Storm, also known as Aurora Monroe, is married to the King of Wakanda, Black Panther,
T'Challa.
T'Challa. I can never remember his name. Thank you.
I am so mad that that they can't cross over.
So
now,
we will never
'cause
see
we
their
don't get to
child
see
born.
this.
His daughter.
The child is actually essential to the Infinity War.
I
That's
know.
the
Same
worst
thing with
part.
Scott and Jean's son
Well,
and daughter.
but look at how they
Summer
did.
and Cable.
Yes.
Look at how they came out though with
not Summer. Hope.
Scarlet
No, her
and
name's Summer.
Quicksilver.
It's Hope Summer.
No.
They're going to find out a way to make it work somehow.
Everybody just calls her Summer.
But in the terms of the movie, so when that whole thing happened, because they didn't manage to make it to Phase 3, which is the Civil War, which is not started by Captain America or Tony Stark, they just take sides in it. It's started by Scarlet Witch overpowering, causing a big issue, all the deaths that are associated with it.
In the MCU, that is. Yeah.
Well, no, in
In the comics,
in the
it's,
comics.
There's
MCU is Marvel Comics universe.
Yeah.
no cinematic
the
universe.
Oh,
but
okay.
in the Marvel
You can
comics,
CU is just
yeah,
comics.
in the Marvel Comics universe, the Civil War, the full Civil War, starts because there's a group known as Damage Control.
That's
a
right,
corporation.
Damage Control.
They
Is
give
that their version of Umbrella?
We'll get there.
kinda. They give a specialized drug that enhances mutant powers to a mutant known as like Firestorm or something. He is very destructive. And
Think
there's
Scarlet Witch on a bad day.
yes, he's
Oh.
in a town where they are filming the X-Statics, if I remember correctly, which is a group of X-Men mutants that are TV celebrities, pretty much.
Static Shock?
But there is
No, different
DC,
universe.
yeah. Which is, I wish. I love Static Shock.
I had to throw that
Grew
out
up
there,
with
I'm
them. But a group of school-age children are caught in the explosion that ensues from him losing control of his powers, and it leads to the whatever Accords.
The Accords where they
Oh,
require the Avengers and the
Every
mutants
superpowered
to
person.
Register.
And eventually the Inhumans, which the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Inhumans are tying
Inhumans,
into.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
that's
The new show,
something
Inhumans.
completely different. Inhumans are actually the inverse of
No, that's what they're
mutants.
calling it, though.
Yeah,
but
but that has to do
so
with the Inhumans.
that happens with the Civil War, which starts it, and Captain America takes the side of we shouldn't have to register. What we're doing is obviously right. Blah
And
blah
our
blah.
families
Liberty
are
and
at
justice for all.
Let me throw my shield in your
And
face if you don't agree with
Tony-
me.
You also forget that families are at risk if
Yeah.
supervillains are potentially, and it does actually happen in the comic books, that villains are able to take out family members because of this accord.
Primarily through hiring Deadpool.
Yeah, and
Until
other
they
assassins like
someone turns
Bullseye.
around and
Bullseye, yes.
someone turns around and threatens Deadpool's daughter, which he
Well,
does have
that's-
surprisingly.
That's actually post Infinity War.
Yeah,
No, I thought
but
that was pre-Infinity War.
Post Infinity War.
No,
but
because Shield was still a thing.
Civil War.
Okay, what do I know, right?
The Civil War
I
arc
just
actually
read the
happens
comic.
like throughout
Smells.
all of
Smells like smoke. I was just wearing it.
throughout the Infinity Gauntlet. Like the Infinity Gauntlet technically happens like they stop fighting. Everybody teams up against Thanos.
Well,
But the Civil War is still going on. Like it is an ongoing struggle in the comic books.
It's during the Civil
They're
War.
not going to like each other, but they will work together against the bigger bad.
Yes. And so that was supposed to be where the cinema was leading up. Yeah, the Disney issue and all this. So Disney was still hoping they could salvage it. So when they moved into Phase 3 with Winter Soldier, one of the places, and it's an Easter egg, that's targeted is Professor Xavier's Academy, because they were
And-
still hoping to get the rights back from Fox. Fox gave them the middle finger, and now we have it as you know it. So, not sure how they're going to finagle it, but comics-wise, go ahead.
I was going to say, also part of that Easter egg is for those of us in the know and remember from the Doctor Strange comics, there was an empty lot that they targeted that was actually where Doctor Strange's tower usually materialized.
Yes, that as well.
Yeah, the Sanctum.
Which is why the Doctor Strange movie is technically a side flash,
I had
because
so
it
much fun
takes
with that
place just at the end of Civil War,
Mm-hmm.
the movie.
They
And
fixed it so he like just coming into his powers instead of just like
Yeah.
always being there like he has been.
actually, I don't think that's the mosquitoes. I think that's the gnats, because
Something bit me.
they're all buzzing. But now they're post Infinity War. I haven't read much besides Deadpool and Captain America, And spoiler alert, Logan has just died in the newest reset.
We're not going to explain how, because
it's really not a spoiler because he died in the movie too.
But
that's in the comics.
He's saving
ones,
Laura. It's always he's saving Laura. That's the only way he can die,
what it is.
And his cloned daughter.
So
yeah, he also has a clone son.
I must admit that post Infinity War, besides Deadpool, in Captain America, I haven't read a lot of Marvel #1 because they do like DC does, and you have to purchase several different comics to get the full story of just one character. I can't afford to keep up on all of them.
And they try really hard, especially with like the Monsters Unleashed. Like, it happens over multiple comics. And right now we're in Secret Empire or Secret Wars. No, it's Secret Empire.
Yeah, Secret Empire with
Captain Gauntlet. It's Captain America
suddenly being a Hydra agent this entire time.
So without spoiling it, timelines are altered. Captain America is now always been Hydra. S.H.I.E.L.D. has now always been Hydra.
It's basically like Red Sun for Superman.
Like Red Sun Superman. Yeah.
That's something I can't understand how they're justifying with Captain America being I
didn't purchase the crossover to find out.
Well, that's just something as a Captain America fan myself trying to understand with him being always a Hydra agent, because the Doctor picked him totally at random.
That's because of the whole timeline shift.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Which now we're actually in Austin's area of expertise.
So,
here we go.
A villain goes back in time. Again, I'm not going to spoil it because it is really critical that you don't know who it is, because there are so many different Captain
And they still haven't wrapped it up and totally revealed it.
Yeah. But he goes back in time, mind controls. Obviously, he's an agent of Hydra to some degree, in some way. Sorry, Nicholas. And
probably a mutant or something like that.
After Captain America has already become the Captain America as we know him, after he's formed the Howling Commandos, but before S.H.I.E.L.D., he is mind controlled. He's put under the same training as the Winter Soldiers, so he is now an agent of Hydra. So S.H.I.E.L.D. is Hydra. S.H.I.E.L.D. is developed as the good guys, the counter to Hydra, while being Hydra.
If you think of it, they did kind of go into that in the movie universe too, because when they were making S.H.I.E.L.D., they grabbed that Dr. Fatty, whatever his name was, from Hydra.
Dr. Fatty.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
The guy who was trying to come up with the counter to the formula.
And that's also the tie-in with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. currently on
and also
ABC.
There was a tie-in X-Men in the original comics, Captain America comics, because a little fun fact, James Howlett, also known as Logan, was a Howling Commando for a time.
Yep, at one point in time. While he was serving with...
Sabretooth.
While he was serving with Department H in Canada. Sabretooth. This is in the MCU, so technically in the story we're talking about, not in the Secret Empire part.
Hey, you want to serve your country? I'm Canadian.
Sabretooth is the brother of Sabretooth. He is the brother of
Sabretooth?
Sabretooth is the brother of Wolverine. This is how it happens. This is how the world ends. Not with a bang, but with the Sabretooth being the brother of Sabretooth.
That sounds like incest to me. I'm sorry.
Is it incest if twins have sex if they're identical? They're identical. Their DNA is...
Is it narcissism?
That's true. Or is it masturbation?
Ew. We totally got off subject.
That's
there.
okay.
That was my fun little blurb, little fun fact, and we ran with it really bad.
No, that's what happens. This is a round table. We're actually not supposed to stay on topic. It's been bad that we've been staying this far on topic for
we were talking about Dr. Fatty and him helping set up S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, but he helps them set up, but in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they've been infiltrated by Hydra forever. Hydra has been a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. forever.
Well, I remember that from the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. And they do a really good job of tying in the TV shows with the movies. Like, all of the miniseries on Netflix, I shouldn't even call them miniseries at this point, because there's more seasons announced officially, even though Marvel will pull out their funding.
I haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I can only go off, like, the little bit that I've seen. I'm still trying to figure out how they brought Coulson back to life.
Coulson and
you don't
Tahiti
you don't need to spoil it, but it's something about Tahiti or Fiji or some island out there. Tahiti. and they somehow brought him back to life. I don't know if they managed to have a hold of the Soul Gem and did something with it, or the Reality Gem.
Without spoiling too much, it's a tie-in with the new series Inhumans and stuff like that. He is not an Inhuman.
Okay, now
I will
I'm
straight
gonna
up
have to
tell
watch
you that. And for everyone
catching
who's
up on Supernatural, catching up on Agents of
interested,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
for everyone who's interested, yeah. Plus, we're supposed to be on our last season of Supernatural coming up, so
I'm on season 2.
14 seasons or 15 seasons is what we're gonna get. Supernatural.
Remember, I'm a parent. I only have a smidgen of time. I can sit down and watch a show. Because Supernatural is not 6-7-year-old friendly.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
It'd be like plocking him down and watching.
There's a couple of episodes that are like very child friendly, but they're kind of like joke episodes.
At pigeons.
Like the episode where this is actually, they were not supposed to be filming, but Jensen Ackles, Dean's actor.
Yeah, because Jared's the one.
Yes, Jared's taller. Jared's a Sasquatch. That's how I remember that. But Jensen Ackles is playing around in the 64 Camaro. I'm bad
Impala,
with cars.
sir.
Impala. I've actually been messing that up for nearly a month now, and my sister beat the crap out of me for it. She's a bigger Supernatural fan than I am.
He just called the Impala a Camaro.
I'm really tired and I've been messing it up for a while.
Anyway.
But he's just playing around in the Impala and on the Impala, pretend like strumming the guitar.
That's where a lot of the bloopers for that season
yes,
came from.
but that's all like they put it into the episode. Which I think is great because that is really Jensen Ackles. He gets into the character of Dean.
A shout out to Jensen. But stepping back from Supernatural and back to the Marvelverse, something aside from Coulson's mysterious resurrection and going back to the...
He was in Fiji.
Yes, he was in Fiji.
I thought it was Fiji.
Some island in the tropics somewhere.
I promise. I have binge watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the last
I think
2
if they wanted to make it more realistic, he should have showed up with a tan.
There was the 4th season popped up, so I was like, dude, I gotta watch everything.
Wow.
Sorry. Wow.
I was saying, I think if they wanted to make that...
there you go. Marvel sued us again. All right, I mean, DC sued us again.
Disney?
Now there's
you just completely shit the bed.
I hope so.
Sorry. What did you say, Kimberly?
Yeah,
besides him shitting the bed.
Well, I'll have to roll it back on the recording later.
Okay, wait.
Way to fuck that up.
Where was I going with that? We were talking about...
Do.
I was saying
Phenomena.
that for...
Do.
I'm gonna smack both of you, I swear to God.
Phenomena. I don't want empty air on the recording. That's it. Like,
empty air is bad air.
That's why I'm talking to
no
myself
air is
here.
bad air.
You're
But
both
it's no
full
air.
of hot air.
I am.
No air is bad air unless it's full of H&M
What
Brown.
else?
Those poor kids at McDonald's.
Shut up.
And here's where the laughing in this episode starts. Because it's been rather serious commentary from this point, and the round table turned into a specific
actual full
subject,
discussion,
which is kind of funny.
Well, I'm
as
trying
we're
to get
sitting
all my
at
thoughts
46
out
minutes.
before you guys like railrun me into another topic.
Well, we could parse this into
yes, exactly.
2 parts.
Yes.
I'm just kind of letting you guys run your course.
My thought back on Coulson.
Thank you, ship captain.
Cole's son.
Cole, son of Cole. I do
As
quite
Thor would
love
call
Lady
him.
Sif.
And
Oh yeah, spoilers. Lady Sif shows up in Agents
Way
of
to
S.H.I.E.L.D.
fuck that one up.
thank you.
Piece of shit. We
I
haven't
haven't
watched it yet. Oh, I'm sitting on the
Spoilers.
power box. Oh, computer's
up.
gonna blow up. I can't. I'm stuck.
How are you stuck?
The back leg of the chair was buried in the ground.
Anyway, stepping back to
Nick's a
Coulson.
big dude.
I think they would
Fat, but he's a big dude.
I think they would have made that a little more believable with being in Tahiti or whatever if he had come back with a tan, but he was still pasty ass white.
Hey man. All I'm saying is
So, like you.
the Marvel universe, whether it was
I'm
the
Irish.
movie universe or the comic book universe, would be much better off if Nick Fury, Balls of Fury, would
Balls of
just
steel.
I'm grabbing balls of steel.
Would
I knew you
just
were gonna do that.
not keep secrets that he doesn't need to be keeping.
Well, it's like as the wonderful Tony Stark tells us, he's like the spy, the super spy. His secrets have secrets.
His secrets.
Like how he suddenly turned from a white guy
Secrets.
into a black guy.
Actually,
That's a good
that is
How he goes from looking like Reed Richards with a missing eye to
that is.
A black guy.
It's funny that that's referenced in the comic comic books like Samuel L.
By
Jackson
Deadpool.
style.
Well, Deadpool always breaks the fourth wall. What do you expect?
Well, even Nick Fury references it, but they explain it away because Nick Fury is not a name; it is a title.
Oh, so
He
that's
is
like his
Nick
agent
Fury Jr. Exactly. It's like 007. It's not a name; it's a title.
name. Gotcha.
He is the Golden
He is
Eye.
Nick Fury.
Yeah, he's Gold.
He is
He's
the
Nick Fury
golden
Jr.
eye.
He's not the gold. He's not the golden
Zodiac,
eye.
there you go.
It's not the
I
golden
thought
eye. He's
Ted
missing
Cruz
an
was the Zodiac killer.
The Zodiac is that. Like, you know what? I'll explain it another day.
I can't light my pipe.
eye. That's Loki trolling you.
It's funny because every time we've had a podcast so far, all 2 times, we've had 1 smoker and 2 non-smokers sitting at the table. I'd like to keep that.
Anyway.
This is torture.
Now, something I couldn't understand, maybe you two, super nerds can explain it for me.
Super nerd.
Super
You-
nerd. I've been upgraded.
I will fully admit you
I went
guys are
from
more
s-
nerdy than I am.
I went from
so
nerd to super nerd, kind of like Saiyan to Super Saiyan.
Shut up.
Hey, man.
I activated my Kaioken just now. You just can't see it.
10.
I'm going to literally activate my Alucard
Kaio,
on
you're
both of you.
Ken.
Oh, look at that. You activated my Alucard.
Oh shit, here we go.
Anyway,
Dandy man, you lost.
okay,
And now I have to read your mind. By drinking all
Awesome.
of your blood.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can
Sorry.
I get my thought out,
Yeah,
please,
yeah,
before
sorry.
we run on
Yep.
Helsing?
Yeah, go ahead.
He had to get the
We can go to Helsing in a minute, but hopefully you guys can explain this to me first.
Yeah.
I have
You're right.
not been able to understand exactly why Odin has such a hard-on for the Infinity Gauntlet, when all you would really have to do is collect the gems together and put them on like a wristband or something like that, and it would work the same way.
The same
put them in a little
reason.
hemp bracelet, and it
The
would work the
same
same way.
reason we have Shakespeare in the park and doth mother know you weareth her drapes.
So,
It's
the
like-
Infinity Stones.
Thinking of it that way, though, it's like, why does he have such a hard-on about having this gauntlet? And it's Odin, so he's got a hard-on about everything. But so
Rape god.
No, that's Zeus.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's Thundercock. Can't keep
Good old Thundercock.
half
I
of
clogged my
ancient
pipe.
Greek gods' problems is Zeus saying he's going to stick his dick in it, and everyone else says, "Don't do that, Zeus." And too late.
Anyways, now that I derailed another conversation.
But, okay, the reason...
So he's got this hard on for the gauntlet, when literally all someone would have to do is spend a much easier time getting the stones
Well, and
and
that's
put it on
just-
an armband or
that's
something like that. It
just
would work the
thing.
same way.
It wouldn't work the same.
Why not?
No mortal, no character, except for Beyonders, like cosmic beings, can contain all of the power of even 2 stones simultaneously. The gauntlet,
Well, I never said that it had to be like a normal mortal. I'm just saying it could have been someone like, say, Thanos, collecting the stones.
well,
Thanos.
even Thanos is mortal.
King
He's
asshole.
actually just an aberrant, which is
Titan.
it's hard to explain.
I am Legion.
Yeah, exactly.
Hear me
We
roar?
are Legion. We are. She is.
Your mom
they
is
are.
Legion. Whoa.
Whoa!
Oh, I'm telling my mom you said that.
No. No.
Wait, which
I am
one?
so sorry to my mother-in-law
I'm
in
Oh,
advance
okay.
because this is not my doing.
Hopefully, she never hears these. But in
Oh
the,
God, she will.
in the event that she does, Nick is innocent
she'll
of
hear
any
it from
crimes.
me. If she doesn't even need to listen to the podcast, she'll hear it
These
from
are the stories. Dun dun. And
of
there's the
SCU.
lawsuit from Dick Wolf.
I don't think he'd.
me. You know what? I'd like to meet Dick Wolf, actually. I'd like to pick his brain about
The
this
man has entertained me for 18 seasons, but the 19th one, I don't care. Make all the jokes. that the Dick
There's a
has
lot to be
entertained
said
me.
about you liking the dick.
The Wolf Dick.
He is not.
Wolf Dick.
They have.
Oh, wow.
They have put out.
sorry,
they
I'm
have
sorry.
put out season 19 on TV,
Would you
but
stop
not on
clicking
Netflix.
your pen at us?
I'm mad.
Clicky, clicky,
Clickety,
clickety,
clack, clack.
clicky, fucking clack.
Click, clack.
What?
What?
Click,
Who's
clack.
clipping their clack or clacking their what?
How does it?
Just stop.
How does one clack the clip?
It sounds painful to
Under
me,
the
actually.
eyes. Under the eyes.
As the female of the group, that sounds painful to me.
Are you still trying to get?
I'm trying to get this motherfucker on. Ow! I hit my hand. Trying to get this thing unclogged.
But okay,
Sounds like I'm masturbating, but I'm not.
so Odin's like hard on for the gauntlet is he can't possess the power without the
Destroying
gauntlet.
himself.
Yeah.
Because he's a shit dick.
Well, and Asgardians actually, like in general,
The Guardians
because
of
of
the
Odin,
asses.
they're not. They're supposed to try to
No,
protect humanity,
that's Zeus.
specifically from the Kree, and
That's,
Cree. I dated a girl named Cree.
Kree.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm
Your
sorry.
dating exploits aside.
Oh shit! My wife's here. I forgot.
And marriage counseling. Go.
Shit the bed.
No,
Totally shit the bed.
we're not doing marriage counseling on our podcast.
No, you're right.
That's
That's Mondays. No, stop.
That's Mondays.
Those are
Stop
Mondays.
it. Monday marriage counseling. Everyone gets a laugh.
I thought you guys. Don't you have?
We're not talking about it.
No,
Okay. Well, Austin's crazy. We'll edit this
nobody
part
else's business. Back to Odin's hard on.
But yeah, Odin's hard on is just
Thundercock.
No, wrong one. That'd be Thor.
Although there has to be a Zeus in Marvel Comics somewhere. I don't know if we've ever seen him because Hercules is an actual character.
Heracles?
Heracles, yes.
You know what? I feel so sorry for Hera sometimes. I really do.
Why? The
For
honor of
Harris?
Hera?
Oh,
Hera.
he's dead.
Osama bin Laden?
What? Osama bin what?
I still don't know if we cleaned that
Hassan
mess
bin
up in the
seen?
Middle East.
Hassan bin seen?
Like I said, still don't know if we
Okay,
cleaned that
I
mess
need
up.
to stop derailing and shut the fuck up and let you guys talk.
No, it's perfect.
So stepping back to that for a minute,
Huh?
you said Hercules was a Marvel character.
Yeah. So I mean,
So-
Zeus has to.
I mean, I don't see any reason why there couldn't be
But we
Greek
haven't.
or Egyptian.
We haven't seen good old
Pantheonists.
Thundercock yet.
Well, let's not forget that
Shock
besides
you with a couple bolts from my lightning rod cock.
that's
So anybody
either
who's-
Zeus or Thor.
Anybody who's a fan of Friends will understand this, but Nick is eating a dope sandwich right now.
A what?
An
fuck's
awesome sandwich. An awesome sandwich right now. He's hitting an awesome
Oh,
sandwich
you mean
right
dope like that? I'm stupid.
now. No, I didn't mean dope like dope. I meant like awesome.
That's what I meant, and I'm stupid for not getting it because I grew up in the 90s and that was our terminology.
I'm
And
just trying to
let's fill
keep
it out here.
born and raised. No, I don't want to get
Yes.
banned by, or
I'm sorry.
I don't want to
I had
get
to
hit
throw
by
that out there. You said
Nickelodeon
90s. I had to throw it out there.
for 90s at night?
Yes.
Nickelodeon. There you go. Banned.
Nick at night.
Nickelodeon.
Nick. You
this
mean
this
Daily
podcast
Motion?
is Nick
You mean
at night
Daily Motion.
because I'm walking on the beach at night.
Walking on sunshine.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I didn't think this was shitty karaoke. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Are you saying I can't sing?
What?
Yes. No. Maybe.
Maybe.
Which one of the answers keeps me from dying?
None, because we're fucked no matter what. Or I'm fucked.
Women.
You're not. I'm
I mean,
fucked.
you have to drive me back, so
That's your own fault.
you best unfuck yourself right now, Private.
What, take your own dick out of your ass?
No. Have you ever watched Full Metal Jacket?
It's the parts of it.
Let's go, Marines. We gotta go unfuck the army.
You need
Oh,
to at
thanks,
least
hon.
watch the yeah, that's true. Sorry, Kim. You need to at least watch the drill sergeant scene. It is like 90% improv.
I'll look it up on YouTube later.
It's pretty good.
It's right up there with Officer and Gentleman. You know what comes from Oklahoma? Steers and queers. I don't see a pair of horns on you, boy. You want to fuck me in the ass, boy?
And right as the neighbor pulls up, you say that.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Why would you fuck our fans? That's not like him offering himself to you. I'm very sorry.
I'm not soliciting.
This is not soliciting. I promise.
What topic?
There's the FBI.
What topic were we on a minute ago? I lost it.
Didn't you know the FBI and the CIA are at war with each other over the
No,
secrets of
we
the
can't talk about that
universe?
because that he'll have a moment of lucidness and we'll get
Hey,
fucking sued.
hey, no. They still watch my Facebook. Don't.
You didn't say your last name. Oh, wait, I did. Oops.
And you have met. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned my last name too. So
Oh well, that's
Don't
awkward
unfuck
because I
yourself.
haven't.
Wow, fuck.
don't unfuck yourself.
Yeah, backpedaling like a champ, Nick. Eh? It's been a while.
It's been a while since he's had to backpedal like that.
I gotta be blowing smoke ring.
Gonna be blown
Okay, Bobo.
who?
All this smoke.
So
I think
I'm
I'm
actually
gonna
going to go back to the round table and move away from
The table
Marvel.
is round. Pie are not square, pie are round.
Ironically, this is a round table. However, if you're K-Project fans, I'd rather have a coffee table.
Fucking what?
They'll get it. You won't. It's okay.
The only reason I have a coffee table is that you're gonna give me coffee.
Ultimate technique.
What?
Coffee table flip.
Oh. I thought you were about to be like ultimate technique Naruto something at me. I'm like,
Oh
what?
no. I don't like Naruto.
That's not whoa. Back that up.
I don't like Naruto
Why?
because I don't like the character Naruto.
I'll
Get
admit
the
he
fuck
was.
out of this podcast.
I'll admit he was a derp.
Derpy
kid was a
little
derp.
bastard.
This is the point where Austin
Although-
leaves the podcast permanently.
He
Although-
put up with altogether too much shit to be as nice as he was.
As a ninja, he never murdered anybody.
No, he didn't. Actually, he didn't.
500 chapters of the manga, and he still hasn't killed anyone.
Meanwhile,
Considering the technical definition of shinobi is assassin.
even his partners within the first year of them together have both I think 5 or 6 confirmed kills.
Kale.
Kills.
Superfood.
Kills.
Key and Peele?
Sasuke doesn't count. He's an emo duck butt.
High kill. Live action. No, you guys don't. You get that. Live action.
Moving along.
These nuts.
Turtle Man.
My
Awkward turtle,
asshole was
awkward
playing turtle earlier.
So between podcasts, I may or may not have gone to use the restroom, and there have been some crazy stuff happening inside.
We didn't
the
need to
house.
know that.
Well, no. I wasn't able to use the restroom. I went to use the restroom, but some crazy stuff had gone on.
Mostly old people trying to get in a bathroom all at once.
Yes, accurate.
So
Accurate.
what we saw? Did we see a bum rush of diapers and canes? Is that what that was?
I mean, you're talking about Dick's parents. So
Wow,
that's-
Jesus.
Whoa! I thought you guys were still talking about McDonald's, man.
Oh no. Although he did headshot some.
And it was
kids.
at that time that she realized she had fucked up now.
It
well,
was
I
at
wasn't part of that
moment.
part of the
Now you
conversation.
fucked
So
up. Now you fucked up.
Nope. Now we're
You
gonna get,
have fucked up
we're
now.
gonna
That,
get
no,
sued
that
by
show
the
was
whitest
canceled.
kids, you know?
That show was canceled.
It's still on YouTube. It's still a YouTube channel.
Herder.
They still get hits.
We're going into an hour of podcast. I think we're going to have to separate this one up into 2 or 3.
Yeah, either we stop it here and separate it up, or what?
Wait, what time is it?
I tried
When
to
did
hit
you
it
want me to-
exactly an hour. Well, I was actually
11:57
thinking right now
right
is a
now.
good time to start heading back. So
Okay, so we're going to wrap this one up now. Not sure when it'll be uploaded. We did record them one after another because we were just so enamored with what we'd already done. So
this one may take some time to go up. There may be some podcasts up between the first one and this one coming out, and it'll probably be split in 2, just for the fact of us not having the editing software quite yet for cutting videos in half.
because we're a poor college student, and
I is poor, uneducated
wow, not
college
we.
student.
Jesus Christ, I need to go back to college. One of
is
us is
the
a
royal
poor
we.
college student. The other one is not working currently for.
Currently
reasons?
not employed for medical reasons.
Well, no, I mean I am still employed. I still have my job.
Well, technically.
Has not been going to work for medical reasons.
Yeah.
Because I'm a dumbass.
Medical
On
time off.
unpaid leave due to medical reasons.
Yeah, there's that. Anyways,
And, you know, I'm not even bringing that up right now.
we will edit this one and we'll get it out to you as soon as we can. Might be 4 or 5 podcasts, but generally the ones after this are not going to be roundtable discussions. We will still do these, just kind of as a fun thing, but
I mean, if
we're going to break them up
Buzzes,
with...
Thundercock again.
Exactly, and if they're not all as hee ha ha as the first one in good old Thundercock, we apologize in
Odin
advance
is hard on
and
uses
laugh at us
Thundercock.
anyways.
Yep.
Y'all have a nice night and stay classy.
Oh my god,
Classy.
did you really just say stay classy? God, fuck this kid.
I was half expecting him to say "Stay thirsty, my
Stay
friends."
thirsty.
And there's the lawsuit. These dose nut. Dose
Animaniacs.
No lawsuits. Lawsuits.
We're just racking them up.
Poor college kid can't afford lawsuits because I'm gonna name you. I will name drop like
That's
a bastard.
fine. Name me, and when all the money starts pouring in from YouTube, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna pay my
Anyways,
college bills.
we're signing off now. Huh.
Sorry.